a monologue. It's called From Ease to Bees, and it's from sections of Bez, the Happy Mondays autobiography, with additional jokes by me. Okay, alright everyone, are you happy? Are you buzzing? Can you hear the bzzz, beehives buzzing? I just jumped straight in there. I didn't read up on it in advance. Okay, I've missed a bit. For context, Bez bought a second-hand beehive and bee suit. Right. My first attempt at harvesting honey from the hive, I went in blind and I got stung like fuck. One key pointer is that you should never ever stand in front of the entrance to the hive, like I did. I was attacked all the time. When you do that, you're blocking the entrance and the bees just want to get rid of you. You're a threat. On numerous occasions, I had proper stingings. One time I went in with my jeans tucked into yellow polka dot socks, and I couldn't understand why I got stung around my ankles. By the time I'd escaped, both ankles had swollen so much I looked like the Elephant Man. I later discovered that yellow polka dots to a bee are like a red rag to a bull. Once I dipped my face in honey and headbutted the beehive. Or did I? I had a particularly feisty hive because my lot were native English black bees who are quite aggressive, not like those Italian bees that most people keep. These were proper hard English fuckers. During my first honey harvest, my youngest son Leo was wrapped up in a net curtain and was sat right near the hive. How he stayed calm, I don't know, because he got absolutely swarmed. Another time I left my flies open and I was stood in front of the hive. At that time, I didn't realise you weren't meant to stand there, and they all came in through my flies. They were whizzing past my bollocks. Bees were flying around willy-nilly, quite literally round my willy. Why didn't I zip up my flies? The bees went ballistic for my balls and cock. They couldn't get enough. They were hanging from my bollocks. Help me, one's gone up my bum. Ouch, why is my anus clenching? They're flying up it. They're eating me from behind, Ferruzi. My love, they're waggle dancing on my McNuggets. My balls are pulsing. I'm absorbing them into me. They're like whizzing ninja bullet bees. My heart's beating like a bongo drum. Ferruzi, I don't want to finger my own arse. Oh, Jesus, help me. Get back in the beehive, you buzzing bastards. Look, guys, if I fart, do you think it will expel the bees? I need long-handled tweezers or something. These things are so fucking swollen. I'm going to jump in this big pond. Sploosh. Ferruzi, no nookie tonight. I know you're a fitness instructor and sex is your favourite workout, but wifey, I'm fucked. Looking back, there must have been about 10 of them in there, and obviously you start getting stung whenever you want, where you never wanted to get stung in your life. I was screaming really high pitched, like wah, running around the field, trying not to hit myself too hard. There are occasions where, say, I've asked my missus to do up my bee suit. She's done a half-hearted job. And the next thing, I've got bees on my face and stuff. That was a bit horrific. There's not a lot you can do when you've got 4 bees inside your hood, buzzing round your face. One of the things I learned about bees is I have a lot in common with them. As I say, they're buzzing. Growing up, I was called Bez, Buzz, Bez, Buzz, Bum, Bee. We're all on the same page. One of my favourite books is The Shamanic Way of the Bee. A great practical tip from the book is to tell the bees psychically while you're there what you're planning to do in the hive. Honest to God, the difference it's made to my beekeeping. The book talks about how one male and one female would be chosen from the shamanic communities, and the male had to capture and kill a stag with his bare hands, cut off its ballsack and fill it with bee pollen. Then he'd put it on the end of a stick, which they called the ancestral rig. Once it was full, he'd have to pin it on his back, so it was hanging off the back of his arse, and go off to a little island and make hallucinogenic honey. The particular bees on this island would collect pollen of 3 highly poisonous plants, making strong hallucinogenic honey, and the males would rub it over their bollocks. It's been done for over 4,000 years. Part of the male's trip is you get 4 bees and you purposely sting yourself on 4 meridian points, and then you're feverish and have a 2-week trip caused by bee venom. The male flies around with a big hard-on, like a witch's broomstick, and thanks to the virility-enhancing honey, his ancestral rig hangs off his arse. As yet, I'm not doing this, but my honey is glorious fucking stuff. According to shamanic way of the bee, it's better than Viagra. Your manhood is in perfect working order after eating shitloads of honey. Thank you, I've been MC Delicious.